the Ring Fanatics podcast, episode number 131. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co host, Joel.
Yo.
Today, we're doing predictions for this Saturday's upcoming, tomorrow's technically, because coming out Friday, WWE's Payback Premium Live event. Um, hate that fucking word still. But we're going to give our predictions. It's a small card. It's only 6 matches, but we'll get right into that. But before we even talk about our predictions for Payback, as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed to us yet. Follow us on social media, literally every single platform that you use, um, and also follow our audio streaming platforms wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, wherever. Go follow us. Go support
Wherever.
us. Um, First off, before we even get to Payback as well, we had a dope ass event this past Sunday night for
Fucking
AEW
awesome.
All In. We want to thank everyone who joined and came through and watched it with us. We will be back soon for an upcoming pay per view. So stay tuned for our socials when we will announce that to do more events. Now to the actual Payback pay per view. It's in a weird spot. We were talking about this before I pressed record. It's in a
It's
weird spot.
such it's such a random pay-per-view.
Yeah,
And
it
like how they
is.
have it right now, like in the middle of the AEW pay-per-views, right? In the middle of them, you're coming off a okay SummerSlam.
Yeah,
A lot of bad calls. We talked about that. Um, it's just weird. It's
yeah.
just weird how they're gonna do this one.
But I'm,
I
I'm I have like I don't want to say low expectations. I have pretty decent expectations. I don't think it's gonna be a bad show.
can
I think
I, can
it's
I
gonna,
can I ask you a question real quick?
yeah.
Right before we get into this pay-per-view, premium live event. My bad. Do you think it's worth doing a pay per view every month anymore?
I mean, it's still yeah. I would say so. I mean, I would do a pay per view every month if I were them.
I feel
Maybe
like
like
I
not
feel like
as
they
big
could.
of a card.
Yeah, I feel like they could drop it down to 6 and
Yeah,
be cool.
because I don't think they should do like I said like 8 to 10 matches like pretty often.
Yeah,
6 is fine because it focuses more on certain matches and storylines to be like, okay,
yeah. You
I
got
messed
two
with this
months.
storyline
You got 2 months to build it up.
exactly, and it's like I think the next pay per view is like beginning of October. Maybe certain storylines are going to focus on that, like
Yeah,
Io Sky's championship run. Maybe she'll defend her title at the next pay per view in October. Um, Maybe Gunther will finally have a match on pay per view, something like that. You know what I mean?
I'm so mad about that. And you know what? We're gonna go through the card first because I already told you I don't know what's on this card. I've
Yeah.
been so oblivious with this pay per view, and I watched Raw this past week. Like I've been so oblivious with this pay per view. I could. I the only match I know is the women's title,
Yeah, Rhea
Rhea,
and Raquel.
which
Yeah.
they're they're fumbling that. Like this is a match that you're supposed to have in one of your big fours, and you're having it at Payback.
I'll mention that when we get to that match because I think I have a theory for why they're doing it now. Because when they first
Okay,
announced it, I'm like, okay, it's cool, but why now? But I'll
why
talk
so
about that when
why
we
so
get to it.
quick? Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about
So let's get right into it, anyways, with that predictions. First matchup on the card is for the United States Championship: Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory. Do you think
this.
Austin Theory is gonna? What? See what he does
This
this time.
got bumped for Gunther and Gable. They got bumped for this match to be on the card.
Apparently, this was made like weeks ago,
Not
so I don't.
specifically this card,
Yeah, yeah,
like this match, but there was talk about, oh, we're cutting down matches because we don't want to overbook a pay per view. All of a sudden, they don't want to do that when they have 2 nights of WrestleMania.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like we don't want to
yeah.
overbook a pay per view, but we'll do 2 nights of one of our pay per views. Shut the fuck up, right? So you got Gunther who's hot, right? You got Gable who's also building up, and people want to see this match, and you decide, you know what we should do? We should wait till Monday night to show it. Let's not reward them for actually building this up and actually making Gable look amazing.
Yeah.
Let's put it on Raw. Let's not give them pay per view.
This is my no pun intended, but this is my theory on this, why they're having this match. No, having this match instead of that because I
Okay.
think like you would assume that like not saying this card is terrible, but like you could have assumed that it would have been a lot better than what it is compared
Yeah,
to having All In and All Out in between the show. But the
that's what I'm
thing is,
talking about.
I think they knew that they weren't gonna get, people were gonna forget about it anyways. So I think they just went with whatever and then left the rest
So
for
so
afterward.
why do it?
I mean, might as well, I guess. I
Why
mean, they
not
already,
turn it into an NXT event? Why not just
yeah,
turn it into a glorified house show? We could have did
yeah,
this next week. We could have did this in 2 weeks.
exactly.
It's just
But I don't
weird.
know. I think maybe they had this spot before All In was even announced, so they probably didn't know or whatever.
Nah, they knew. They knew what they were doing. I think what happened was they knew what they were doing because they know they always do Labor Day weekend.
Yeah,
What they probably didn't know was that they were going to be in the middle of two pay per views.
yeah. That's what I was saying.
You
Like
know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
knew about
They
All In,
probably booked this and they were like, yeah, we'll catch it because everybody's going to be watching wrestling that weekend.
but then All In
And then,
happened. I'm like, shit.
yeah, that All In got announced. Then you're like, yo, we're good because they haven't announced All Out.
Then they
We
announced
th-
All Out.
then they announced All Out. Now you can't do shit because you probably already sold tickets. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I think it was too
just
late
in a
for them.
bad spot. Yeah,
So I'm not mad that they're. I mean, I'm not. I think this storyline is.
it's a cool
There's a
storyline.
reason. Obviously, there's a reason why they put this instead of just like throwing a random match on the card. I
Yeah,
think this has to do with Santos turning. Um, I think Santos is going to turn on Ray. And this is where we're going to see a heel Santos back with Legato, and then have him take the United States Championship off of Rey Mysterio.
I'm so down with that.
Me too. Because the thing is, I think I said this with. I don't know if you were on this one. Maybe I said it again when you were. I said this a lot of times. They treated LWO like a brand.
Yeah,
So I think they caught on with that. That they spent too much time focusing on selling T-shirts
it was a
instead
cash
of building
grab.
them up. Yeah, which is cool because I got a shirt, but
Yeah,
I think now they realize, okay, now we can move on from that. Now see a serious side of Santos, build them
yeah,
up, and have him win the title that way.
yeah. Santos being second to Rey Mysterio is crazy.
Exactly, because I love the idea that they brought the LWO back, but it was like,
It's awesome. It's awesome
yeah,
that they did it. It was a cool moment. It's a cool moment. Dope. They put that on too long.
yeah,
They were teaming together and doing all this stuff. If it was a one off, cool. Like you said, they treated it like a brand. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They wanted that money. But I do like that Santos might turn because we need to take him seriously. I think he could be a world champion. You just gotta treat him that way. And right now, they're not treating him that way. I think this turn could do a lot for him. It'll help him. It'll help Legato. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it'll help them as a group to finally, cause it's cool, right? You're under this vet, right? You're under Rey Mysterio. Like you grew up watching this guy, and it's cool. But then, like, when they're not doing nothing with y'all, it's probably not as cool. It was
yeah,
cool for the Puerto Rico show that y'all did the running. That was cool. It was cool when y'all did some tag matches with Ray. That was cool. And then Ray started having a lot of singles matches, which
yeah.
y'all accompanying to the ring. Ray's getting a belt. Ain't nobody else on that team getting a belt. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's tough watching that. You're just sitting in the background when you know, yo, we like they came when they got called up. They were hot.
They were. Yeah.
They were hot, and
Their
then
debut was fire. They just randomly showed up one day.
yeah,
Zelino came out. I'm like, oh shit, they're joined. Then everything else
just
just happened.
yeah.
But like, I think that would have been cool. Like maybe later down the line. You know what I mean? Like, let
What do
them
you mean?
have their own run
Oh, like
as
a
Legato.
LWO run
Yeah,
later. Okay,
yeah. Like that
I guess it
happened
just
later on.
fit in because of Bad Bunny stuff, and they were like, yeah,
Exactly. I
we
thought it was gonna
could
end there. Like Puerto Rico, no more LWO,
exactly
because they probably sold LWO shirts like crazy over there. They probably that's
one
what was
hundred
their money came from.
percent.
So I was like, okay, cool. Now they did their thing, but they kept it going for a little bit. This is the
Nick,
perfect way to
yeah,
transition out of it.
I know a bunch of people that don't watch wrestling that got LWO shirts because Bad Bunny wore it. Like, that's just a thing.
Yeah,
It's crazy. that he has that cultural like reach. But that's what they saw it as. They were like, "Yo, people are gonna buy this."
Exactly.
But
That
yeah,
I bought it. I
give me
wasn't planning on it.
Santos and Ray, man. Give
Exactly,
me
right?
Santos and Ray.
Because if you also look at the like, speaking of the T-shirts, if you saw it on the WWE shop, that shirt was up for months. They even updated. They had the same shirt since way before. So I'm like, they must be ending it if they're not gonna have the different updated shirt. So I was like, I feel like this might have to do with that.
Maybe.
With the fact that they might have Santos turn, and it makes sense because we won't see it coming because there's no signs of it.
Yeah,
The
but
only
it's
thing we
time.
know, yeah, the only thing we know is that Ray took Santos's spot during his match because he was injured, and then that's it. Maybe you could build up a story to where like, oh, he was. I don't want to say jealous because I think that's a lot of these heel turns. Is like, yo, you took my spot. Now it's you know, I
Now you
wasn't
could do
happy.
that. You could do that. You could do
Yeah, but
that.
it's like I hate
Cause
I
I
hate saying it because it
feel
happens a lot.
it does happen a lot, but I feel like this is different.
Yeah,
Cause this is like, yo, I was like, people told me I was the next you,
exactly.
and
Yeah,
then you come and take my spot. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you could have something like that. Like, I'm the next face of Mexico Pride. You know what I mean? Like, you could do that type of stuff with Santos. Versus Ray. I think that would be dope.
yeah.
You just gotta have Santos get the belt though.
You have
You
to. You
can't have
have to.
Ray beat him. You can't have Ray beat him. Maybe
Exactly.
once, but if you have 3 matches, Santos gotta be up 2-1.
And this could be like the pass the torch moment, to where it's like,
Exactly.
would this be the match that you would probably want Rey Mysterio to retire to? Maybe not, but like I guess this
Yes.
is
No,
yeah,
I
like not
would
like
do it.
yeah. I
I
was gonna
would
say like yeah,
lead
but
into that.
I was
Lead
gonna say that
into
I
that
do, but I
because
don't think
I
a
think
lot
it
of
would
people
be
will.
so dope to
Yeah,
do a old school. We talked about this because I said it with Dom. This would
yeah,
have been cool to do like an old school Mexico wrestling match, like hair versus mask. That was
yeah.
huge in Mexico. If you do that with Ray and Santos,
Be
that's
fire.
money.
It
That's
is.
money.
It
Because
would be.
if you take the mask off Ray, he retires.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You're gonna
So
have to
I
do that.
think that would be a far way to go out, but I don't think they're gonna do it because Ray
Mm,
doesn't want to hang up his boots yet.
yeah, but it would be like maybe take him out of action for a little bit,
Yeah.
unless they try to extend it till Mania, maybe. But that would be hard to do
Uh, yeah.
unless like they have Santos face against Ray the first time for the belt, just the belt, and then maybe you do something to where they take him out of action.
If
He
you do
gets out of
some,
action.
yeah, if you do something like that, if you have them two fight, Santos beats him in the first match, and then they attack him after. He comes back a couple months later. Maybe you hold him off to like December,
Yeah,
December, right before day one, if that's even a thing anymore.
yeah,
And then you could just have it build up to Mania.
yeah.
Could
Or have him
have
return at the Rumble, something like
you
that.
could do that too.
And that could be
But
like their
damn,
restart if you.
that would be fire. And then
And
if he
then
retires
yeah,
Ray, that opens up the storyline for Santos versus Dom, and you got Dom's first main roster title in a couple
yeah,
months.
that'd be fire. I mean that would be like
Because
his
I
way out
think,
of Judgment Day, I guess.
what do you mean?
Like if Santos as a heel,
Well, yeah,
Dominic as a heel.
because if it happens after Mania, if it happens, because if you say if they build up to Mania for Santos and Ray, right?
Yeah,
It's a whole year. You never know. Shit could change.
exactly. That is true.
Santos could turn babyface after, and then maybe him and Dom or SummerSlam. Dom
Maybe.
come
Yeah,
the Mysterio name, and
exactly.
then Santos. I don't think he needs the belt that long.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think not that long. I don't think he needs the belt another time. Think he holds it once, one and done. Title picture. But even if he's not winning it yet, at least in the picture and making him a threat that he might win it. You know what I mean?
yeah. That is true. But
I think that's the
yeah.
way to go.
I guess yeah, that'd be the best way
And
to
we
do it.
haven't even talked about this match yet. We're just talking about Ray and Santos But if Santos is turning, Ray has to keep the belt.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
So
yeah, Ray
I
has to win
gotta
this
go
match.
with Ray. Yeah, I gotta go
I,
with Ray. We went to a whole
yeah, exactly. I was like, wait, what?
fucking mania. I was like, yo. I looked down. I was like, Theory. We
Me
haven't
too.
even
I'm
talked
like, I
about this
saw.
match.
I kept, that's when I realized. Like, wait, I saw the picture. I'm like, shit.
I was like,
Uh,
oh shit, we haven't even talked about it. Yeah,
yeah,
Ray. Ray's got to win if we're doing the
yeah.
Santos
If you
storyline.
didn't pay attention to this conversation, we clearly got Ray. I think.
Yeah, I think Theory. I think Theory's getting like a slow build.
Yeah.
I think he's getting a slow build, and he's gonna be a threat at the Rumble. I don't
Oh
think he'll
yeah.
win it, but he'll be a threat.
He'll be like a Final Four type person.
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah,
But that was definitely how I would do it. Maybe make it like a. That's how I was thinking thinking that before. Like he's got to do something after this to where it's like, if you had him hold the championship for that long, to lose it and then have a rematch, which in this day of age in WWE you don't see rematches that often.
yeah.
They made that rule like years back where like you just lose it and you go off. Um, and then yeah, I got it something big with Theory after this. But it'll be crazy if Theory won the Rumble though. If you think about it, it'll be crazy. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad
Honestly,
at that. I'm
it'll
all
be
with new faces. I'm all
exactly,
with new faces.
exactly, and I love that.
I
So yeah, I
know.
got
I know one belt's gonna be Roman, and it's probably gonna be Roman and Cody or Roman and I hope Solo. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
we don't know, but let the other belt be fresh faces. A LA Knight, a Damian Priest,
exactly,
Austin Theory. You know what I mean? You got names that you could do with.
yeah, exactly. So
But
yeah,
yeah,
I got Rey Mysterio.
I got
Love
Ray.
Austin Theory, but this is a transition thing for
Yeah,
me.
it would be dope for Austin to get the belt back,
They
but
should have made this like a triple threat match. To be honest, to
I think
like
that's where it's
here like
going.
maybe
I think that's where it's
maybe
going. I think this is gonna end in a DQ. To be honest, I think
or
it's gonna
less
be.
like they do something to where like Ray gets attacked and then Santos steps in and he wins the title. I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like something's happening. Like I said, there must be a reason why they had this match over the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason for that. If it's
Exactly.
just straight up nothing, like Rey Mysterio wins and
If
then
it's a clean win, Nick, if it's a clean win, I'm
I'm gonna be
fighting
tight.
somebody in this household.
Yeah, you gotta give your brother a warning and be like, shit.
Yo, I'm like, yo, you better not watch this pay per view with me because I'm fighting someone.
You better get ready to walk out of here.
You better watch it upstairs, homie, because
Yeah.
if you're in the area, Suplex City, baby, it's over.
Someone's getting hit. It's the closest person. Uh, yeah, I got Ray winning. I
Yeah, I
got
got
Ray.
Ray. I got Ray.
Bet. Next match on the card is LA Knight versus The Miz. This is one that I'm actually pretty excited to watch because honestly, when this feud first started, I'm like, this is gonna be shit. But this actually
Really?
has. I thought it was. Like, I love both of these guys. No
Yeah.
disrespect to any of the two. Not saying it's their fault, but it's like I thought that WWE wasn't gonna make it this big of a deal, and I'm
Okay.
like, oh, I'm not gonna. I thought this was gonna be like a Monday Night Raw match, not a Payback match. So I was like, I don't really care. But both of these guys have put in the work every single week to make me actually care. And I'm not saying no disrespect to any of the guys personally, but
No,
it's like
yeah.
they made it work, and I'm excited. The impression that the Miz did of the LA Knight this
Oh,
past Monday
it
was
was
spot
awesome.
on, perfect, and I loved it. I hope LA Knight does the same thing to the Miz on Friday. I would be like 100% thrilled, but I hope he does the same thing with the Miz on Friday.
Do
But this
you?
whole storyline, amazing.
I was gonna say, do you what's it called? Do you think this is a one and done, or do you think this is a stretched out program?
I don't know. I don't know. I think we would have to wait and see till Saturday what happens. Because if
Okay,
something happens to where the Miz cheats to win, where he rolls him up,
it's
or
gotta. I think that's what's happening.
yeah, if it's something like that that helps the Miz win, maybe we'll see another rematch along the line. But if it's like a LA Knight clean win, then yeah, it's just gonna be a one and done. But I hope it's not. I hope it's not because I want to
Yeah,
see more of this. I really
yeah.
want to see more of this.
I think this is gonna be dragged out. I think it's
For
gonna
how
be
long
dragged
would you
out.
say?
I don't know, to be honest. Because if you want, you could drag this all the way. Nah, that's deep.
To
That's
Rumble? You're gonna say
deep. No,
Rumble?
I was gonna say Survivor Series.
Oh, that's
Cause it makes sense. A Team Miz, Team LA Knight does
yeah,
make sense. Like,
that would
cause
be.
it is a SmackDown and Raw guy. It does make sense, but I don't know, to be honest.
Maybe that's what they're setting up for. Maybe it's gonna be like one of those like 5-on-5 sponsored matches that they've done
Yeah,
recently.
the fucking sponsored
Like, and
matches.
I don't like those
I
sponsored
hate those
matches either.
sponsored
But
matches.
like,
Nah, I know
this would
what you
actually be
mean,
cool
but
though.
yeah, yeah,
But I think this would make sense to do a 5-on-5 elimination so and so like cinnamon toast crunch elimination match. I don't know, but
yeah. It would be
it would be cool. I think it would be cool if they did that, and I think that's where they're leading to.
yeah. I
It
can see
makes
that.
sense because they're both guys who are like you can definitely trust to promote something. You can definitely see them in commercials or something.
Yeah,
I don't know,
and
but
people want to see more of them. People
exactly
to do it for like 3 weeks and then have a match and be one and done is crazy.
because
And
the
that is
promotion.
why I have the Miz winning.
Yeah, I would
No
say the
hope.
Miz too. I want LA Knight, but I know they're gonna give it to the Miz.
Yeah,
And I not gonna lie, I actually want the Miz now,
think that's gonna
just so they could
fall.
do that Survivor Series match.
Yeah, LA Knight could take a loss, and it's to the
Yeah,
Miz. It's not really like
exactly.
the Miz is the Miz. You know what I mean? Like he's an. It's not like he's losing to.
Austin Theory, or like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
like a theory. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, basically that's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like,
So I think I
go
think he
ahead.
could take this loss.
He could, he could. Um, it'll be like I said, I would want LA Knight to win, but like if he just wins cleanly, I'll be confused to like why they ended this feud so soon.
Yeah.
Um, because I think there's one pay per view in between Survivor Series and Payback. If they could just not have
Is
this
there a Saudi
rematch,
show?
hmm, yeah, I think so. Yeah, so there's two shows. There's two shows in between. I'm now that I think I completely forgot about that one. So now that I think about it, they might do the last match or second match there. I hope not.
I really hope not.
May unless they have like some type of thing to where they add more people into it to build up to Survivor Series.
Yeah,
Like, what if
maybe.
someone comes out, attacks LA Knight to help the Miz, and he's like part of their team? Then at the next pay per view in October, we see that with LA Knight, someone comes out to help LA Knight to win. He's like on his team. Then we see that like throughout the weeks, like oh, someone helps out the Miz,
Yeah,
someone helps out LA Knight, and then we kind of have an idea whose team is to Team LA Knight for Survivor Series.
true.
So
I
maybe
mean,
that's what they're doing, and that's what they're planning,
yeah,
and I hope they do that because it'll be pretty cool.
yeah. Because if that's what they're doing, I see John Cena written all over this.
Really, John Cena.
Yeah,
He thinks it's gonna be
yeah,
Team LA Knight.
yeah.
That'd be a
And
big
that
match though.
and that help LA Knight too with getting like the little nudge from Cena. You know what I mean? Like that'll help
Yeah,
him a lot with like a lot of people that aren't sold on him. Even though if you're not sold on him, you're wilding.
I wasn't thinking of like someone like John Cena. Maybe
They
for
did
like
say he's back for like 8 weeks or something.
yeah, he's gonna be here for a while.
So does that mean Survivor Series or no?
What's 8 weeks from?
2 months.
That's two
Nah, so
months.
he'll be
Oh, cool.
gone. He would be
Yeah, he'd be
gone by then.
gone by before Crown
Yeah.
Jewel.
I
So
see. He'll do something.
yeah, he'll do something. Unless like he comes back for another extra 4 weeks by the end of the 8 weeks is done.
Shout out
Who
Cena.
knows? Yeah, shout out Tina. But
Um,
I want LA Knight, but I think they're gonna give it to the Miz for this one.
The Miz, baby.
Exactly.
We're gonna carry this on.
Exactly. So next match on the card, we have the steel cage match. The least match I'm looking forward to. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. This should have been over Monday, but they have it back again. Um, I'm just gonna say Becky. Fuck it. Uh, I don't know why I just saying Becky. I guess
Becky, I guess.
because there's no way they're gonna continue this after Saturday. There's
Why is
no
she
way.
still here? Why is Trish still here?
I don't know. I'm confused. I thought this was done weeks ago.
Like, she's having like a full run.
Yeah. She's. I'm confused. And it's a steel cage. Didn't she have like a falls count anywhere match on Monday? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I feel like
This.
they didn't this. Weren't they supposed to
I
have a cage match and then it got nixed?
think that was a while ago.
But it was
That
supposed to
was.
be them two, right?
I think so. I could be
Okay.
wrong, but I remember that happening.
That
Like,
got
I
kicked
think it
off
got
of
cut
Raw.
in time. Yeah,
They said out of here.
yeah, and then they didn't have a match at SummerSlam. I think that's why. I think they're like, oh, we feel bad for not having it
Yeah,
on
fuck it. We'll
SummerSlam.
give them payback.
Yeah, but I thought that was the match on Raw. Like they made evented Raw, and I'm like, I thought it was over from there.
Yeah, nah.
But I don't know.
Welcome to the club, Nick. I didn't even know this was on the card.
I I got it. I was gonna skip this, but I was like, "There's 6 matches. I don't want
Yeah,
to."
you gotta go with Becky, right? There's no other choice.
Exactly. If Trish is winning, like regardless of who wins, it's
That's
got to be over.
crazy.
It's
Yeah,
got to be over. I think people are tired at this point. I don't
I'm over it.
exactly. A lot of people are over it, and it's like there's no way unless it is only with Zoe Stark and keep Trish out of the picture for
Yeah, maybe,
yeah,
maybe. But
just
am
keep
I
her out of the
even sold
picture
on that? I don't know.
because like that's what I thought was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be like Becky and Trish are over with, then Zoe and Becky for another couple of months.
Yeah,
So that way it gives more eyes on Zoe instead of Trish.
exactly.
I thought that was the point. And I
That's
said
how
this
I
from
thought
the
it was gonna
beginning.
end up. I thought by now it would be Zoe and
Yeah.
Becky.
Yeah. I think that's why they added her on, Zoe on, is to have like that middle person to have Becky face here and there instead of facing Trish every single fucking week. But I guess not. Um
Nah, didn't go as planned.
yeah. I that's what I'm saying. I guess like because people complain too much of not having this match at SummerSlam that they made it for payback. Because like there's no way they said, hey, let's have a main event Monday Night Raw match, then have it for payback again in a steel cage.
That main eventing Payback too.
They are?
Yeah, I saw on Twitter.
Oh
Nah, I'm
no.
fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
I was I was gonna say
Imagine this is the main event. Oh man,
I actually would have been
I
glad
w-
because I would have
I
stopped
watch
at some point.
Collision. I
Yeah,
watch
that's what I was gonna say. I
Collision.
was gonna stop at some point and be like, I'm changing
No,
the channel. But like, if it's in the way, then like at the first match, I'll be like, cool, get it out of the way. But you know, I don't know. If it was a forced match, the first match, I'd be like, cool, get out of the way. I
it's
don't
gonna
want to
be
see
the
this.
bathroom break. It's gonna be in the
I guess
middle of the
so.
show.
Co-main event probably.
I
It's that way. It's the
guess.
bathroom break. Like it
Yeah,
goes in between.
yeah,
So that's probably what's gonna do. I think the World Heavyweight Championship. We'll get to that in a little bit. That's gonna be the main
yeah,
event probably. That has to
yeah.
be.
Most likely
Um, but yeah,
has to be.
I'm just gonna say Becky just because it's
Yeah,
Becky.
Becky.
You know. Yeah.
Becky's the safe choice.
Exactly. Exactly. So next match on the card. This is the match that I want to talk about. Raquel Rodriguez taking on Rhea Ripley for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who do you have winning? I know I can see by your reaction here. You probably don't care. Um,
Nick, I'm so mad. They're doing this now.
I was
You
confused too. I said that at the beginning.
you could have done this for SummerSlam. You could save this for Survivor Series. You could save this for Rumble. You could even hold off until Mania if you really want to. Why are we having it at Payback? This is a big money fight, I feel. If you
Yeah, it
build
is.
it up correctly. They haven't. You know
I
how I know they haven't?
how?
I just found out that they're fighting each other. Not this week, last week's Raw.
I mean, they've
Uh,
been quietly building it up. I feel like that's
quietly,
what.
real quietly, too quietly. This should be in my face every week, this graphic.
Yeah,
Since after SummerSlam, they should have had this in my face every week.
I think that the reason why they're doing this now is to build up for a match at Mania against Rhea and Liv. Because I think that would be cool. Because they had the history with Raquel and Liv to be like, hey, you attacked my partner.
Yeah,
Then blah blah blah. She comes back at the Rumble, like the last one of the last 2 spots. Then she wins it, challenges Rhea to be like, now I want your belt. She wins at Mania. That'd be cool. But yes, I agree with your point with saying like this match specifically should have happened at a bigger pay per view. That's
yeah,
why I was confused because this does not deserve to be on a
on a
pay per view that
Payback.
people are going to forget about in like a month. So either at Survivor Series was the best choice or waited till Mania. But I guess it's to build up a story. And I also feel like this is not the last time we're seeing these two fight. I think they're gonna have like a rematch at some point. Maybe Rhea enters Raquel again, keep her out for a bit,
Yeah,
comes
hopefully
back
at a
at like
bigger
and
pay-per-view.
yeah, like keep her out till Survivor Series time.
Yeah,
Then
when I saw that happen on Monday, I was like, "There's no way right now that you're telling me Rhea and Raquel are fighting at Payback." And then the graphic came up. I wanted to throw my phone at the TV. I was like, "Yo, they're not like they're just giving this away. They're just giving this away."
yeah, I
Some
mean,
crazy
that's what I'm
shit.
saying. That there has to be a reason that they're doing this now,
Yeah.
because maybe they're building it up more.
But we
Maybe
always
this is
say
not the
that
only
there has
match.
to be a reason, and most of the time there's not. They're just fucking shit up.
And because this is a big match to not be a filler,
Yeah.
you know. So that's why I was surprised they're doing it now.
I would have
But
put
I
this
guess
as
they have
main.
nobody.
I would have put this as main event.
Yeah, I would
I
have
would have
met.
really built this up. I would have. Oh, they could have built this up heavy and had this main event payback, and be like, yo, you want to be in between two different wrestling shows? You want to show how we're different? We're having the women main event,
Yeah,
and not just women. Two of our like biggest names and most powerful women. They're gonna
exactly,
throw each other around. Like,
exactly. 'Cause I think also there's so many things that can happen after this to where like I feel like Rhea's next opponent could be Becky. Who knows? Um, Maybe that's why they're doing this now to be
yeah,
like, oh, this have this match now, get it out of the way, then Becky, you're next. Which doesn't make sense because she's been fighting the same person for months.
yeah.
But I think that's why they're doing it to get that feud out of the way.
Damn,
Because I remember
imagine
they like months
Becky.
back they had like a face to face. People were like, oh, this match gotta happen soon, blah 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 blah. And then now it's like, cool, we're now rushing every single other opponent out of the way, and then saving this up for Becky. Um, so I don't know. Maybe this does lead to a live rivalry at Mania. Maybe this leads to a longer feud with Raquel. But I do agree with you in saying that this should have happened as a Survivor Series, not
Yeah,
now at a pay per view that could potentially be forgotten about in 6 months.
yeah. They could have had her like, let's say there's a Saudi show, had her win like a battle royal or a tournament or something to
Yeah,
become number one contender, and then like she went through the ranks. Now she has to fight Rhea, and then you
yeah.
got a couple weeks to build that up. It was just like no building this. In my opinion.
I
I'm
feel like
guessing with these two, I've always pictured like, yo, you could. I've been saying it for a while now. I told you, Raquel Rhea's money. I feel like in my eyes, it looks like big money. Maybe they don't see it that way.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Maybe the machine don't fuck with it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like Rhea, Raquel, no shot.
No, I see it. But maybe what they can do is like, I because they were supposed to do the King and Queen of the Ring earlier this year, but they scrapped that. I think they should scrap Crown Jewel, do King of the Queen of the and Queen of the Ring at that point, to where Raquel wins the match, and that guarantees her a title opportunity too. That's
Yeah,
when she gets a rematch. It's a tournament. She wins she wins Queen of the Ring, then she wins the title opportunity, and then she could challenge her at any time she wants. Kind of like Money in the Bank, but obviously it's not like a surprise cash
yeah.
in. It's just
It's like an
she could announce
announcement.
it. Yeah, and then she probably announces it like Survivor Series.
That'd be
That's the
cool.
rematch.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Guys, hire us. What the fuck are
exactly,
y'all
exactly,
doing?
exactly. They're not
At
listening to Late Night's
payback?
podcast.
At payback? What
I
are
know. I
we
was confused too.
doing?
I get it.
God.
I get it. It's confusing and
Or
frustrating, but like
at least let the main event. At least.
they're probably gonna like open up the show.
Because
Watch
the title match is
Shinsuke and
and
Seth.
Rollins.
Yeah,
Yeah, let the main event.
yeah. Not the main event. They deserve that.
Let the women main event, man.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
But I got Rhea winning and retaining.
Yeah,
I
Rhea.
honestly wouldn't mind if like Raquel wins it now, because that could also be a possibility. You know what I mean? People are expecting Rhea to win because maybe like a lot of people want like Rhea to face certain people. Like I
That
said,
is true,
Liv
yeah.
Liv is a favorite to win and face the Rumble and face Rhea. So what if like Raquel wins now? And then that still happens when Liv comes back at the Rumble and she wins it and she faces Raquel at the Rumble at
That,
Mania.
that'd be crazy, to be honest.
Exactly, and then make it a
But I
triple
don't know.
threat
I
to
don't
where
see Rhea losing it, though. I feel like Rhea, she's holding that shit down right now.
she is, but it's like her title reigns really wasn't really that memorable to be like, she could hold it for like, well, so I'm
But
not
it's
saying
not
I'm
on
trying to,
her, though. It's not on her,
yeah,
though. It's
but
not
it's
on
like
her.
I
She's right now
understand
being
that.
the leader of the Judgment Day, and she's in more Judgment Day storylines than women title pictures.
But like she could definitely like make her strong. I think she'll still be strong afterwards to be like she could still be the leader of Judgment Day. She could still kick ass every week. She could last another hour in the Rumble next year to be like, oh, she could have won. She was this close to winning it,
Yeah.
but then She wins like an elimination chamber, had that dominant run that Shayna Baszler had like 3 years ago, something similar, and then she wins
Yeah,
it.
remember that?
Yeah, and then like she wins a number one contender match because Liv doesn't know yet. That's gonna be the storyline. Here's the storyline. What if Liv wins the Rumble? She doesn't know who to face yet because you have two people like Io or Raquel. She doesn't want to face Raquel because Raquel is, obviously bigger. She wants this, like a more someone who she could actually potentially beat in like Io, but she wants that one, so she doesn't know. She waits a little bit, but we kind of have an idea that she's facing Raquel. But then because she's taking too long, WWE's like, you know what? We're just gonna have a number one contenders match. If you still choose, you can make it a triple threat. Then something happens to where Raquel turns on Liv. She's a heel. Rhea hates Raquel because she has her title still. And then Liv chooses Raquel, makes it a triple threat for Mania. To where it's like two big ass women. Liv Morgan's just right there. People aren't
Yeah.
going to expect her to win it, but she ends up winning it anyways at Mania. Um, it'll be an underdog story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm
It'll
not
make it a
mad at
triple
it.
threat. Everyone goes home happy. I would be happy if this happened.
Damn, but
Uh,
Liv, you will let Liv win the Rumble?
yeah, I think I
Oh
would.
shit.
I would
Okay.
want to win it. Who would you have win it though?
Couldn't fucking tell you, to be honest. The way they're booking people, I couldn't give you
Because
right now.
Raquel could also be a winner too. If she doesn't win the title on Saturday, she could also win
What
the
I
Rumble.
That's what I've been calling her winning
Yeah,
the Rumble and then fighting Rio. You have that big ass match.
exactly. And what if like the final two is Raquel and Liv? And it's like, oh shoot, who's gonna win it?
Yeah,
If that were the final two of the Rumble in 2024, I wouldn't be mad at
and
that because it's two people
she
that
just
deserve
picks
it.
up Liv and just throws her into the crowd. They're
Exactly.
like over
Yeah.
the top rope, it's over, and
Because
then they
like she's
start
probably
fighting.
does something where she slaps her and it's like, oh, that's it. Picks her up, just throws her over the top
He
rope.
said
Ease.
it's over. It's over
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind if that happened. That would be
Yeah, I
cool.
would. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, but I think Rhea's gonna hold on to it for a little bit.
Yeah, probably see that happening too.
Yeah, I could see. I
'Cause I think she's the
again, I
favorite.
see
Like,
her losing it at a big pay per view. I feel a payback.
but then
I don't think
also
she's gonna
if
lose it.
if Rio wins, it's also something to keep the internet talking. It's like, oh shit, Rio lost to Raquel, and that's gonna get the internet talking. Not until maybe All Out probably die it down a little bit, but like it'll get some
They're
people
gonna try to
talking for
do
the
some.
weekend.
They're gonna try to do some fuck shit to get people talking. They're gonna
I
try
think so.
hard. They're
Yeah,
gonna try hard.
yeah,
I don't
maybe
know what they're gonna do because I
because it's
don't
like
know anything.
this.
I don't know anything that big that could change
I know there's one segment that's announced. I don't think I added this onto
the
the
Cody
slide.
shit.
The Cody.
The
I
Cody and
think
Grayson, two homies that I could care less about.
I actually want to see what happens. I'm genuinely curious because if they put this
It's leading
segment,
to a match.
I don't think so. I
I
don't
think
think
so.
so because if they're putting this segment on a pay per view, somebody's returning because it's definitely leading to Cody's next feud, and I don't think it's going to be like
And who you got
Grayson
returning?
Waller. I don't know. It's someone that we're probably not expecting because it's like
Ted
again
DiBiase
this
Jr.
who.
Ted DiBiase Jr.
Imagine he bails out of jail.
I'm
Like,
getting your money, homie. We're fighting for your contract.
exactly. But like I don't know because it's random. They made it a payback. Like why the fuck are they making this? This could have been a
Yeah,
SmackDown thing or a
it's
Raw
gotta
thing.
be Randy.
Probably. I say so, and that's probably going to be talking for the weekend and take over the weekend because a lot of these matches could end up happening. That like we said before, Santos turning on Ray could be something
Yeah, but
that
I don't
people could
know.
talk
I don't
about.
know anything that's gonna top. I don't know. It's too big of a weekend. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's kind of trying. It's trying to do like a show Saturday night before like a SummerSlam or Mania. You need something
yeah,
like big to happen to like make waves.
exactly. That's why I
I
think
don't
this
know. There's gotta be something.
either the Grayson Waller show or this could be something. Because again, not a lot of people are expecting Rhea to lose right now. So
Yeah.
if Raquel wins it, she holds it till Mania,
Damn,
have
just for
that triple
shock
threat match.
factor.
Yeah, that could be a shock factor. It may not be the biggest shock factor of the weekend, but
Yeah.
it's something to get started because they're going first. So you got to have something trending for at least 24 hours before All Out happens to be like, what can top that? Anything on that show could probably top it, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
because you want this whole weekend to be about WWE.
Wait, hold up. You said there's one more match left, right?
There's two, I think.
Okay, I dope. My bad. Because I started thinking of something when you were talking. Are the tag belts on this card?
That was the other match. Yeah, that was the other
Okay,
match.
cool.
I
Cause
think did I add this one? I don't know if I did.
I forgot what you said that just like triggered that, and I was like, yeah, like
Is it the next match? Yeah, next
okay.
match. So yeah, undisputed championship tag team match. It's a
Wait.
Steel
What was the other
City.
match? We picked two. Rhea. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rhea. So this is gonna be a what they saying a Steel City street fight
Yeah.
for the tag. I don't know if it's for the tag belts. I don't think they said it was for the tag belts. I'm assuming it is.
I
Um,
believe it's for the belts.
yeah, I
I
believe it
believe the
is.
graphics said undisputed belts,
Okay.
which still
Yeah.
let's split them, bud.
Yeah.
Let's split them. It's been months, and
Exactly.
this is probably what maybe their second or third defense in my eyes.
Maybe. You know what'd be crazy?
Because all the defensive has have come against Roman and the Usos.
Yeah.
I think it was two matches, and then they started doing like three ways and fucking four ways on Raw, and then Owens got injured and he wasn't there for a little bit, so Sammy was just yeah. So yeah, cool like moment at Mania. You want to talk about a title run that hasn't lived up to the expectations? This is
Yeah.
it. I
What I
hate to say it because I was so excited when they won,
Me
but
too.
like they had no
Yeah.
plan for them whatsoever. And it's Sami Zayn and Owens. You could have done anything. How
Exactly.
didn't they fight Imperium in Money in the Bank? Like, how
Right?
did that not happen?
I don't know. Maybe they'll have plans for them and I don't know. But like what I think might happen for this may be crazy. This may not be what people want,
Oh,
but it could be something completely out of the blue to question a lot of fans. What if like Damian Priest's he cashes in the briefcase for the tag belts with Finn? They kind of be like, oh, or like they could do something to where Finn makes him cash in the briefcase so that way they could win the titles like that. Because it's a street fight.
how
Like, yeah, this
I would
feud's
be
been going on for
so
weeks.
mad if they did that, Nick.
It's random, but it's
And
like,
for you putting that in the air, I would look for you if that happens. I will look for
uh,
you.
but it is weird that it's a street fight. Yeah, they probably want something like for the fans, just
Yeah,
but just randomly throw in the street fight. I'm like, okay, they didn't have to do that. But it's cool. But it's like I think that's what they're leading to. Like maybe Judgment Day wins, or like doesn't win, but it's still a
I think
hardcore hitting fight.
I think they should give it to Judgment Day.
I wouldn't be mad at that either, honestly. Then it has Damian Priest and Judgment Day and Finn Balor to hold the belts for a little bit longer, and then also the briefcase for a little bit longer to
Yeah,
be like, hey, I'm the tag champs. I may not cash in right away because I was focusing on defending these belts
exactly.
that I have. So I wouldn't mind that, unless
It
they
can
do like
you can actually
the
do like
Freebird rule.
tag matches. Yeah, with
Exactly,
Dom.
exactly.
But
So
what'd be
Dom's
cool if they win this, they all get belts.
yeah,
And
exactly.
I think they want that. And I
I
think it
do. That'd
should
be sick.
happen.
That
Also,
should.
shout out Damian Priest. What's up with the hood in this picture?
I
Shout out
I know.
Priest.
I noticed that too. I'm like, he's
You want
covering one eye.
to
It's
you
random.
want to hear something random? Who you have? I got
I
Judgment Day.
got. I want Judgment Day to win, but I feel like they're gonna give it to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I
Yeah,
want to say Sami and Kevin.
same here. But I really want Judgment Day to win.
Yeah.
But random like thought that I had the other day. Damian Priest, Takeshita. I think we need that to happen.
Why would you say that?
I feel
That
like
is
I
random.
don't know. I feel like that's such a random thought I had. But I was like, yo, them two in a ring, I think would be fire. I think they could put on a hell of a match. I know that was a random ass thought, but
That was
I
completely
I
random.
forgot what it was.
Were you
Fuck, what
watching
was
for
it?
All In, and then you're like, oh, it's
No,
better.
no. Oh, it was it yesterday that it was either yesterday or last week that Don Callis was watching like the TV and he was talking to Takesha and Takesha was just like shaking his head and was like yeah and then he cut like a little promo in Japanese I'm guessing
Yeah.
or
I
trying
think it
to
was
speak
yesterday.
English. Yeah, I think it was yesterday going over like how he could beat Kenny and he was like under the neck like all that under the
Yeah,
chin
yeah,
and shit
yeah.
like that. Um, yo, give me Priest and Takesha. I don't know why. I think they would have a fucking good ass match. I feel like right now those are like the two guys that in the company, in their respective company, that you can put them against anybody and they'll make anybody look good, but also look dominant while doing it.
Yeah, that'd be true.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought of that, but it was just a random ass
That
thought.
was that was
I
very
saw
random.
him
I was
cutting the promo in front of the TV. I was like, wow.
Damian
You know
Priest.
what would
That's
be
awesome.
cool? Him and Damian Priest. Yeah, I was like, that'd be sick as hell.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I think about that stuff sometimes too. Like, what if this person went up against
Yeah.
this person? I'm like,
Be like, this guy kind of fits this guy's demeanor. That'd be a
yeah,
fire match.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that is random. I wasn't expecting you to say that, but like,
Yeah.
that'd be a fire match. That'd be a fire
Yeah,
match. Not
fire
gonna
match.
lie.
Don't worry, my brother looked at me the same way when I told him too. He was like, "What?" Because it happened in the moment. I was like, "Yo, you see this
Imagine
guy cutting
Damian
this
Priest.
promo?" He was like, "Yeah, this is a cool promo." I was like, "Yeah, imagine him and Damian Priest going at it." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah,
uh,
I don't know." It's
but
just a
yeah,
random
that would
thought.
be a fire
But
match.
but yes, Judgment Day, I think is taking this. They should take it. They should.
Yeah, because I think that could also be another surprise to be like, oh, we think that they're not because they're not getting along, not getting along. They're gonna end up coexisting and then
Yeah,
end up winning the belts. It's gonna probably throw Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens off their game a little bit. They think they have the upper advantage because Judgment Day isn't getting along.
yeah,
Then before you know it, it's a street fight. They can do anything. Dom can come out and help them win it.
Rhea. Yep.
Exactly. And they can come out,
What's this
distract them.
dude's name? Your boy. Finn Balor's copy and
JD
paste.
McDonough.
There he
JD
is.
McDonough,
Yeah,
exactly.
McDonough.
He helps him out. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how he proves his loyalty to the Judgment Day.
there you
He helps
go.
them win. JD McDonough, Damian Priest, they're boys now.
JD.
And then he joins Judgment Day.
Every
And
time I
that's how,
see him, I
yeah.
just see Finn.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, I'm
Well,
like, yo, this is like a copy and paste. Even with the gear and everything, I'm like, this is crazy.
yeah, they're both Irish.
Yeah,
They
and
work
they
together,
didn't.
so it makes
Yeah, it
sense. But
didn't
like,
mean to happen. It just they
yeah,
just have such similar styles, and they just so similar. It's like, yeah, the
makes sense.
copy and paste, man, copy and paste. But yeah, I could see that happening. I could
Yeah,
really see that
I forgot
happening.
who said it. Someone called them a Funko Pop. I think it was Cody Rhodes that called him a Funko
A
Pop at one
Funko
time.
Pop. That's
That's
that's actually
it's
funny.
literally he has a big ass head and like a
That's a
skinny
good one.
body.
Yo, it's so
Um,
weird.
he's a weird shaped head. I mean, I can't talk. I have a weird shaped head too, um,
We
but it's
chilling, man.
funny.
We chilling.
Yeah, we just chilling. But yeah, that can happen. JD
Yeah.
McDonough can come out, prove his
Wow.
loyalty
Now I
to the
really
Judgment
got the
Day.
now I really got the Judgment Day.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I got that. I'm
You
winning.
sold me. You sold me.
Yeah, because that people forget about that. It's like, oh shit, JD McDonough. Because the
Yeah.
whole match, just these four going at it. There is no tagging in, tagging out, so it's basically do whatever the fuck they want.
To be honest, they my main event.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Like any of these matches can be an event, but I think the one that
Actually,
makes
to be
sense the most,
honest, the one that's gonna be the main event is Grayson Waller and Cody.
Cody Rhodes.
One
Yeah,
hundred percent.
I mean, if it's like that's
If
definitely
it's
going
as
like midway to the show.
yeah,
But
they might open with that just
I
to
was
get it
gonna
out
think
the
that
way
too. I was gonna say
because
that, but
they
like,
don't want it to be looked at like as a rest segment
yeah, exactly.
because
Maybe
then you
we
just
open
put
up
it.
within like, oh shit,
Yeah, basically you didn't have nothing for Cody this month, so you're just giving him a promo.
exactly.
But
Just
you
giving
had
them
to
a
get they needed to get him on the show. You could give him a day off. Like it's alright.
yeah,
We don't need him at every show. It's cool.
exactly. Because I found it weird that it wasn't a match. They could
Yeah,
have definitely done something to where like they just said, hey, just randomly throw in Grayson Waller versus Cody Rhodes. No
yeah,
story. Cool, awesome, whatever. But like the fact that they're having a segment, which they barely do,
yeah. It's weird.
unless something big happens to like a return, a debut, and it because if it ends in like fucking tables getting flipped over or someone gets
It's
hit,
gotta lead to
black,
them fighting. I think.
yeah, and it's like why do it? Why just wait till next week on SmackDown to do it? Like why do it at Payback? Just because you need more time to fill in, add in another match. Then add another match. You could have put the IC title in
Gunther
this
and
opportunity in this match.
Gable.
Exactly. But then they ended up putting the fucking Grayson Waller effect just to start a storyline, which they could do on a SmackDown, not
Could
on a
do
pay
that.
per view.
Could do that on
I
a
don't understand.
Raw. And why is Cody interacting
With the
with a
SmackDown star,
SmackDown
I
guy?
don't know. I think Cody's getting traded to SmackDown because of that.
Yeah, so he could fight Roman.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, oh, you spent fucking the first 6 months fighting Brock. Now it's like you get traded to SmackDown. Maybe that's it. Cody for LA Knight.
Oh my god.
Maybe that's a trade. Cody for LA Knight. LA Knight goes to Raw. and then you can finish the feud with the Miz. Cody goes to SmackDown.
You know
Feud
what?
with
Yeah, get
Roman.
Cody off of Raw. Get Cody off of Raw.
Yeah.
Cause I'll be honest, I'm tired of him on Raw. Get him off of Raw. Put LA Knight there and get LA Knight in the title picture.
Exactly.
Now for SmackDown, what you could do with Cody, I could care less. I don't. I watch the highlights of SmackDown. I'll be real honest. It's
I
tough
mean,
on
it's Friday
Fridays.
nights, so
It's
it's
tough on Fridays.
yeah.
I be forgetting sometimes about SmackDown, and I be at the crib. I be at the crib chilling. I'll be like, "Oh shit, it's 9 o'clock. I feel like there's
Oh
something
shit, it's
on
9 o'clock.
tonight." I'm like, "Oh shit,
Uh,
SmackDown, fuck." I be forgetting. That's how
uh,
sometimes like last week I was home on Saturday and I totally forgot about Collision till like
yeah.
9:15, 9:30. I was like, "Oh shit!"
I
Like,
forget about these shows too, and it's like, why does it happen on a weekend? I
bro,
don't really care.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
The Friday
Time
night
slot.
shows, the Saturday night shows is tough.
Yeah, they could definitely work on. I mean, I don't think SmackDown's gonna move anytime soon, but they could definitely
SmackDown
try
should have
to.
just stood on Tuesdays
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
or Thursdays. I'm cool with Thursdays, but what happened was they was losing that Thursday night football rating. They were taking that L, so
Yeah,
they were like, "Let's move."
because there's nothing on Tuesday. I think they
But
were
Tuesday
going
was
to.
cool when they were
Yeah,
live. That was dope.
put NXT on Fridays. No, you know what I mean.
No,
That
no
makes more
one
sense.
watches. No one
Yeah.
fucking
There's
watches.
people who do, but it's
Nah, there's
like,
people. There's
yeah,
people that I can't share on NXT because I haven't been following it. I haven't been following shit. Because we've talked about this. I want to have that introduction to someone and not have high hopes.
yeah,
See someone and be like, "Wow, I wonder if they're gonna be good." Not and then have the guy next to me be like, "You know, this guy held the North American title 3 times." Da, da, da. But like, yeah, well, guess what? Get ready for him not to do shit here. So
exactly,
just go get your hopes high. So
exactly. You have Dom who won the NXT North American Championship on the main roster. And it's like,
yeah, and then like that, I see that a lot of like main roster people are hot, like popping up on NXT, and it's like I don't get it. I don't know if they're like just trying to bring up their views, like the views are low, or if they're
yeah,
just genuinely like why were the Street Profits there last week? I just saw a picture of them. They were
yeah.
like Street Profits show up at NXT. I didn't even click the link. I was like, nah,
I think they're
I'm
like,
cool.
I think the reason why the Street Profits are on NXT because I think like they're trying to, bring in Carmelo Hayes out to the main roster that way because they were doing
Oh,
a
okay,
segment with
okay,
Carmelo Hayes.
okay.
And I think maybe in the next Carmelo Hayes title defense is he's gonna lose it, and then Carmelo Hayes to the main roster.
Yeah,
Um,
he
and
should
that's
have.
like his introduction because that would be
He
sick.
he should have been on the main roster 2 years ago.
Yeah,
What was that? Uh, Mania 30,
last
30
year I think last year should have been on it.
last year.
I
I
think
think
last year he lost the North American Championship at the Mania show that weekend.
yeah.
Right after that, he should have been on the main roster by now.
No, are you ready? I'm gonna tell you when he should have been on the main roster. After he lost the ladder match the weekend in Dallas.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
that was the
that
show I was
one.
talking about. Yeah,
That was the show. That was 2 years ago, not last year.
yeah, 2022. That was last year.
No, it wasn't last year.
This year was in LA. Last year
Yeah.
was in Dallas.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
last year. That was last
Okay.
year.
But yeah, that's when he should have been called up.
Yeah,
And I feel, yeah, he might have developed more and stuff like that, but there's
he
a
was
lot
ready
of
for a
guys
while.
now. There's a lot of guys now up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got Cody now there. You got LA Knight, white hot. You got Rollins, who's always gonna be hot, even though he got no personality. You got Priest up there. You know what I mean? You got Finn
yeah,
in the title picture. There's a lot of guys that I could see Carmelo coming up and getting like the Austin Theory treatment, being
for
in the
sure.
lower card.
And
He has a title for a little bit, but like,
I think Carmelo Hayes could probably have like a better start to his main roster run than Austin Theory. Because I'm not
we'll
trying to shit on
see.
Austin Theory but
Oh,
like
here we go.
Carmelo Hayes, Austin Theory's start was like Vince trying to push him and push him and push him when he wasn't
Yeah,
ready yet. At that time, he's improved now, yes, but they were trying too hard to make us want to believe that Austin Theory's that guy. Which again, I'm not doubting, but it
but
was they were trying too hard for
but
that.
that it wasn't that they were trying hard. What it was they were trying to get you to hate him as much as you can by telling you he's the next guy because Vince said so.
Yeah.
So they were trying to get all this heat on him, which it worked. And they gave him the money in the bank, and it was going well. And then they just pulled the rug right from under him. He was hot.
Yeah.
And they said, nah, not yet. Cody's back.
Yeah. Cody's back.
Yeah, Cody's back. We can't let you be running around here with the money in the bank. It's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. How didn't he cash in?
And he lost it to the mid card championship. At least give him the win. Like that's. I know you weren't gonna cash in on Roman, but like, come on, give him one of the belts. You know what I mean?
Give him something, bro.
Yeah. That would just fuck that up. I don't know, but I
That's
just think
why I
that.
think fucked him up. Because I
Yeah.
think he started hot. People hated him. He was getting Dom like boos.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. He
then
was
they just
Dom before Dom.
and people gotta be mad about this when I say it, but Theory's on fire until somebody took over for a little bit after a certain person stepped down, and Austin Theory's storyline went to shit. And
Yeah.
it should have showed us. At first, I saw all the reports. People were like, "Oh, Triple H just doesn't believe in Austin Theory. Austin Theory was a Vince guy." Da 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 da. But now, how many years are we into this without Vince? 2 years?
Like a year, I think.
A year
A
and
year.
like strictly a year, right? I think it
I
was like
think
in
so.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
summer, right? That
It was summer.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so strictly a year. Have shows been better? Yeah, shows been better. You know what I mean? They're more watchable than they
Yeah.
were with Vince. There's a lot of questionable shit that's happened. We talked about a couple weeks ago with SummerSlam. That whole card was questionable. Cool matches. Can't say shit about the matches. The wrestlers are
Yeah.
awesome. It's the outcomes that we want to talk about. You know what I mean? And Theory, we looked at it like that. It was Vince's guy, Triple H don't like him. Which we probably should have looked at it as example of how Triple H was gonna treat certain guys and women.
Yeah.
Because remember when Triple H signed all his guys back and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting the team back together." Are any of them doing anything, Nick?
Not really. No.
Where's Cross? Where's
He-
Gargano? Champ is there, but he never really
yeah.
got released. He was just injured.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bronson's doing something.
Yeah.
He's doing more than most.
Yeah.
Candace is on main event,
I think.
which, fun fact, didn't know that show still existed.
I think Chelsea Green was the best rehire that he's had since taking over, and she's
Yeah.
honestly my favorite since she's come back.
Nah, yeah, that's a fact. That she's probably the most successful. But it's just tough because it's like, yo, everybody was so hyped when it first started, and we were like, yo, this is gonna change. But
Yeah.
low key, it hasn't. He did the same thing Vince did. Pick a couple guys he likes, and that's who's getting booked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember when he got this, everybody was like, yo, everybody's going to get like a fresh chance. Everybody's going to be chilling. Like, we don't know who we could see as champion. Who's our champions right now? Roman and Seth. The same dudes that Vince had as champions a couple years ago. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not nothing different. Now, if you're going to tell me at Mania, walking out of Mania, our new champions are going to be Solo and LA Knight or Damian Priest or JD, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
giving me those different names, then I'll be like, yo, Triple H is doing some shit. But until then, even if Cody wins, I don't give a fuck because Vince signed him and then got
Exactly, yeah.
fired, and you're just following the plan now. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, it's
That is
just what it is. Until young guys start getting pushed the way they should, which is starting to happen, but very slow.
Yeah. It happens very slow and very random too. So it's like
Because it's like Gable. Who would have thought, right? He would have these amazing matches with Gunther.
yeah.
Awesome. We all know he's not winning it, though, right? We know Gunther's going to hold it because he needs to beat that record.
Yeah.
But would Triple H be wrong for letting Gable end the streak and take that away from Gunther and create a new star? Does he have the balls to do it?
We gotta
Cause
see.
tell me that was not a big ass moment. If
It
chat
would be.
if Gable beats Gunther clean for the belt, we all look at Gable differently.
Yeah.
Now, does Triple H have the balls to do it? I don't think so because I wouldn't have the balls to do it.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah, me
like,
neither.
nah,
I wouldn't do it.
Gunther's
I
taking
wouldn't do
that
it.
record, baby. But if you want to start building up not newer guys but newer faces with belts, this might be the chance to do it.
Probably.
You never know.
Probably.
But yeah, it's just theory was tough, but maybe like you said, maybe Carmelo could come in a little hotter, and maybe that Shawn Michaels guy, so like Triple H and him, they're fucking butt buddies and shit. They'll be like, yeah, it's my guy, just too sweet me, baby, too sweet me, Carmelo. Yeah, welcome to the main roster. But yeah, I got I got the Judgment Day. We've been
Me
on
too.
we just been going off on
I
every
know. I
match
know.
that we talk about. We have a different side conversation about how other shit's going, and then never find our way back.
I know. I'm like, wait. We were
And I
always
did the
talking
same thing
about
because I was like, yeah, Austin Theory. I looked down, saw him nowhere on the
exactly.
picture. I was like, yeah, let me get back to this match. But yes, Judgment Day.
Yeah, me too. I got Judgment Day
Yeah,
with the help of JD McDonough.
with the
So
help, a screwy
yeah.
finish.
Now the main event.
This
Seth Rollins.
this shouldn't be the main event, but go on.
I think it's gonna be the main event.
It
Seth
is,
Rollins
but
versus Nakamura for the World Heavyweight Championship.
yeah,
Here's the thing, though.
let's talk
I
about it.
see one of two things happening for this match. If it does main event, which most likely is, either A, we do see the cash in happen right after,
Okay.
with Damian Priest. Maybe maybe we see Damian Priest come out. He's like hesitating, doesn't know if he should do it now. Like Finn Balor's coming out saying, no, not yet, not yet. Then he does it, wins it successfully, the new World Heavyweight Champion. Or, I know I said this person is going to return earlier, but I do think that either the Money to Make Cash in or Randy Orton's going to return after this to be Seth's new opponent after Shinsuke.
Okay.
Because I think, again, I said this a lot during this predictions episode, but I do think there is a shock factor that's going to happen to keep wrestling social media talking for at least 24 hours until All Out happens. Because if they have two shows that already All In was talking about a lot this past week, I feel like during the hype of All Out topic has changed. They got to have something WWE related to throw in there to be like, hey, this has happened. It's going to stay on social media for at least 24 hours until All Out happens. Something's got to happen, and one of those two has to happen at the main event in order to do that.
I feel you. I definitely think the same way. I feel like something has to happen. Somebody has to come out.
Yeah. Because I don't think it's going to end
I
just
don't know,
a Seth
though.
Rollins clean sweep win.
I would love for Shinsuke to shock the world and win.
I would love that too.
I feel like that would get the wrestling world to talk. I think that's a big like, whoa. We did not see this coming. You know what I mean? Like, who
Yeah.
would have thought Shinsuke was gonna be the second champion ever?
Yeah, exactly. People would say it was going to be Finn.
Yeah,
Maybe
which
maybe that happens to
it
where
fucking
like,
should have, but
or they might do some stupid ass shit to where Shinsuke wins it, and then like Finn Balor comes out and be like, yo, that should have been me. Then makes Damian Priest cash in right then and there. So that way it's on the Judgment Day and not on anybody else.
that'd be crazy to do that at Shinsuke.
But then that's also ballsy for Triple H to do, though.
Yeah.
It's very ballsy to do. To have Shinsuke win it, then take it right off him the same night.
And he doesn't show like he's very like he's very out there. It doesn't show he got the balls to do any big thing. Yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe he will down the line. He is only a year into the job. You don't really want to fuck it up while you're just under your first run. You know what I mean? After you're only there a year, you're gonna be like, yo, this shit's gone to shit, homie.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just waiting. But I think a Shinsuke win would be fucking awesome.
That'd be insane, though.
I think it would come out of nowhere. I think it would catch everybody off guard. I think that would be your shock. I think that would have the world talking.
Yeah.
People would be like, yo, did you see Payback last night? What the fuck
Exactly.
happened? Of all people, Shinsuke? Like, not saying it like that, but they didn't even really, like... They did the heel turn just randomly. You know what I mean? Like, it was just... This whole pay-per-view build-up has just been weird to me.
Yeah,
But
I
I don't
understand it.
know if it's because of that. Like we're in we have the drunk goggles on that we're like, yo, there's so much wrestling going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That we
yeah, yeah.
just the way that they built up like all in we were trying to get for Payback and didn't see it and just like kind of pushed it to the side. But I don't know what it is. This build up has just been I don't know.
I mean, for me, I can say the
Lackluster.
same
I'll say
thing.
lackluster. I
I
won't
can
say
say the
that they
same
didn't
thing
build it up at
for.
all.
I can say the same thing for All Out too, and it's
Oh
like,
hell yeah.
yeah, that's been lackluster for
Yeah.
AEW pay per view. For me to say that
But
for that,
But they knew that. They knew that. And
yeah,
I think that's why they made such a big deal with All In because they knew All Out was going to be a glorified,
house show.
not even, I would say like it's one of those special dynamites that they treat like a pay per view, but not a pay
Yeah,
per view.
exactly. It's like a Grand Slam, but $50
Yeah.
on a Sunday.
And I'm not mad at the card.
Yeah,
The card's I'm not mad at it.
yeah,
But I would love Shinsuke to win just to get, because I feel like he's held this title too long. Feel like this championship should be held 3 months at max by someone, and on to the, you know what I mean. It's
yeah.
not the other one is the one to have the long reigns with. This one you got like switch it up, bud. I think this is the right time. Is
I
it
do
the right
too.
person? I don't know,
But we shall
but
see
that
though,
yeah,
because if it's the right person, we can't determine that till like 3 months down the line.
that is very true.
Because you
Because
can't
we
just
all
say, "Oh, this
wanted,
is a bad person." Like, can you predict this the
yeah,
reign? No,
yeah.
you can't do that.
I
But
think
we
what
just
it
gotta see.
is just people have the bad taste with Finn and the way that they built it up, and they built it up so good that you were like, "There's no way he could lose." And then they bring Shinsuke do a heel turn, a lackluster build up, and then have him win. That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
Not saying Shinsuke, but just saying like the way that they did it was wild.
yeah,
But
I get it.
Shinsuke has been busting his ass. He's been in the back forever. Like they just have him in the background chilling.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
last time he really had momentum was going into Dallas for the tag belts. And
yeah. This
then
is
they got
Cesaro.
who was his partner?
Cesaro.
Was it Cesaro?
Him, Cesaro, and Sammy were a thing like 2020.
No, but I'm talking about oh man, who was he fighting that was against the Usos? It was at Mania 30. Oh my god.
Oh, Rusev.
I gotta look this up now.
It
I
was
don't think it was.
2019, right?
Hold on. Now I gotta look this up because
This was the. It was a fatal four-way match.
no. It's for the tag belts.
When?
I couldn't tell you. Hold on. I'm looking it up right now. I'm trying to see what year this was.
Where was the location?
Yeah, it was in Dallas. It was Usos versus Shinsuke
And Rick
Boogs.
Boogs.
That's who it
Boogs,
was.
yeah,
Yeah,
Rick Boogs. Okay, recent.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that was the last time. That was the last time he really had momentum. And then Boogs got injured, and then they did nothing with Shinsuke.
yeah,
And then ever
nothing.
since then, he's just who knows, been on main event, I guess.
I guess
I don't
so.
know. Yeah, like he's just been chilling in the background, taking L's. He'll pick up random W's, but that's like I noticed that though this summer he was randomly on Raw a lot, and he was getting a lot of wins. And I was like, this is weird. But he was in like
Yeah,
tag matches, but still getting the pin. I was like,
yeah,
they're doing something with him. And then when they announced like, oh yeah, he's taking, I forgot whose spot he took with Rollins, and then attacked Rollins. I was like, yeah, this gotta
yeah.
be it. This gotta be it.
It's gotta be exactly. They're not just building him up just to lose and then
Yeah,
be like a transitional opponent. Something's happening.
exactly.
So I wouldn't be surprised if this was the shock factor that leads to
Yeah,
everyone talking during
I
the
wouldn't be
weekend.
mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at the shock factor, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't be mad at it. So yeah, I got Shinsuke.
You
I
know
got
what?
Shinsuke.
Fuck it. We got Shinsuke, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's
I
do
got
this.
Shinsuke.
Rollins, fuck out of here, man.
uh, but I am still predicting. Actually, I'll say Shinsuke. I would only accept Rollins if Randy Orton returns and be his next opponent. That would be sick to see.
I'll only accept Rollins if Priest cashes in.
Okay, yeah, that too. Yeah,
If
that's
if
yeah,
Rollins wins, and we got a picture of him holding the belt and it fades to black, What are we doing?
I don't know. I love Seth, but it's like, come on, drop the belt.
Yeah, you don't need
Drop
it,
the
man.
belt.
You don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it. But yeah, I got Shinsuke.
Yeah, Shinsuke too, man. Let's go.
What are your final thoughts on the pay per view? I know you said you didn't know
Um,
what was happening, so I guess that doesn't mean anything. Um,
yeah, I just wish it would have had better build up.
yeah,
Like
me too.
nothing against the wrestlers, nothing against the matches that are booked. It's just like I feel like they didn't really like build up to it like they should
Yeah,
have. I feel like
that
they
is true.
build up to like the Super Showdowns better than this,
Yeah,
and that shit's happening on a whole nother. You know what I mean? Like it's
exactly,
crazy.
exactly.
This is happening on like a wrestling weekend. Like all indies are running. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and for you to not really like heavy back it, it's crazy.
yeah, that's insane. Because again, I thought it was next weekend. I'm like,
I
shit.
thought so too.
But then it was this weekend. I'm like,
Cause
yeah,
I
they
was
didn't
like,
do
oh, they're
much.
good. Cause I was like, oh, they're doing the night before NFL kickoff. That's kind of dope. And
Yeah, yeah.
then I think it was you last week that reminded me, and then I forgot. And then when I hopped on, I saw the Payback logo. I said, "Oh shit, I forgot this was even happening."
And me too. I thought I forgot All Out was happening. To me, if you get All Out and
Yeah,
Payback in the same weekend, like shit. But
yeah.
yeah, it's it's wrestling. We get to watch wrestling. Anyways, the more the better.
Wrestling, hell yeah. I'm
So
always
yeah,
down with that.
me too. Me too. Um, guess we could wrap it up there. Those were our predictions for this Saturday's WWE Payback.
Yes, sir.
Once again, this has been episode number 131 of the Ring Fanatics podcast. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, my co-host Joel, and we will see you guys next episode.
Catch you.